Hello everybody, how is everyone doing today? So, I thought I'd jump in very quick. Before, I think it's Matt that you go. I saw you saying about your CPU fans or your computer fans. There's a lot of questions to be asked about why they would be running. Some of which would be, is it a desktop, is it a laptop? How hot is your room? How hot is the sort of temperature outside? If it's a desktop, how dusty is it inside? A lot of questions that people missed in there. So, wrong button. Turn down the audio. Get all the HUD and all that good stuff set up from the thumbnail. And into the game we go. Wait, the webcam's all messed up. Must have knocked it. Owen Jag. AJ. Self-wit farming. What is going on, people? Always hello. Alright, let's jump in this. Wrong one. Switch off the money. That's from when I was checking something, aka the bucket. So, title's Operation Compost for very good reason. With a butt ton of compost to move, and a butt ton of straw to turn into compost. Don't worry, I won't be doing this all stream. I will find other stuff to do as well. Dave's not going live this week. Dave can't because of his sister is working night shift, so he can only stream at certain times. Just because he has not streamed twice doesn't mean he is not going live this week. Farming Pro. What do you... Did someone actually just do a super chat? Oh crap, Jag. Nothing come through. Thank you, my friend. That is wow. I really appreciate that one. Thank you for the heads up on that, guys. It's not like I'm being a dink and ignoring it. Restream chat doesn't show it. So until it come through on chat, I wouldn't have known. I'm not doing too bad. My throat is sore as all get out still. Don't know what I've done to it, but I've heard it somehow. Yeah, I think she's only working nights for the first... Well, Monday and Tuesday, basically. Simfan, what's going on? Welcome. That compost is really heavy. It is. It's 10,000 litres. I've got the mod on that... Oh wow, look at that wiggle around. That makes stuff realistic weights, and I think the game, the way it works is this is basically manual. So, if the game thinks this is manual, I could understand that. Manual's probably not exactly the lightest of materials. Just got a notification. Thank you for reminding me about notifications. Boom. Put that out on Twitter. Landy, will we ever see a Let's Play this week of Shamrock? Alvis, no. Oxygen David is the one who says when we can do Let's Plays and stuff like that, and the map is far from ready from doing stuff like that. Is the stream lagging, or is it me? That must be you. Everything is okay on my end. For now, at least. Jess is messing around with what's called, it's called a cricket. Basically, you can put designs in it and it will cut stuff out of cardboard and all that stuff. Hopefully it will work through the cable okay, but if the string craps itself, then that's why. No, that's not the in-game bucket. When was it the Oakfield video went up? Whenever the Oakfield video went up, I think it actually was today, funny enough. You'll hear me say that I'm going to look for a bigger bucket for the wheel loader to do exactly what I'm doing right now, bring out the compost. So I found this on Mod Hoster. I think it only got uploaded today. It was 25 litres. I changed that down to 10,000 litres, knowing the fact that the machine would probably crap itself at 25,000 litres. And I would have been right. It's bad enough with 10,000. Dude, what's going on, dude? I was going to use the buck rig, hoping that this would work, but it wouldn't. I really don't want to run a modded bucket, but hey. Hey, William, how's it going, buddy? Here's you, DJ, at the minute. Yeah, exactly. I can see it crapping itself, I really can. Hey, up. Jeez. Lundy, what do you think is the best map to do silage on? I hate silage. I absolutely hate silage with a passion, so I really couldn't even say. Back from your holiday, very nice. Did you have a good time? Start of your OFV, do you say? Did I actually say Lone Oak? Really? That's probably what all the comments are about. Haven't seen them yet. It'll be like stunt school, exactly. What happened? Guessing you're on about the weight transfer though. The wheel loader that would be best for this is the case that I got on Lone Oak, funny enough, as I've tweaked that one to cope with weight more. Hey CD, what's up? You said Lone Oak? Yeah, sounds about right. If you hate silage, how about arable? Arable stuff, then I do silage, don't get me wrong. I just don't enjoy it like some people seem very obsessed with silage. I'll do it one time to meet what I plan on doing animal wise. Ideally one time. But as far as arable stuff, that's down to you. It's down to what style of map you like. Oakfield's probably going to be my favourite map in FS17. That's because it's based where I live. Well, partly. In the UK at least. Yay, VF. They did 2 mistakes. You uploaded today's video. It's episode 71. Isn't it? No, 60. It was, the last episode I uploaded was 69. Elvis. Actually, I'm going to go look now. When it takes forever to go through. Not really a big fan of it either in the game. I don't know, I just get bored of it. You are right. You're definitely right. Hang on. Fixed it. The thumbnail will still be the same, but I fixed it. Oh, VF, how did you find the picture of the Fent today? I saw a few people posting it, then I saw your Instagram post where you actually put the source link in. And it's crazy to me. I got to go on this topic for a minute. The amount of people that think FS17 and 19 look the same, that is actually shocking to me. And there's some modders out there that are saying it, which you would have thought they would have the better understanding of the game than most people. And words cannot describe. Like, you've got people like Virtual Sim that have seen the game firsthand And you get people that turn around and say, oh, it's exactly the same. Yeah, words cannot describe those people. I'm seeing more and more people saying that, and I think it's just for them. They're trying to justify themselves not buying the new game. Crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Posted on front of Discord. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I wonder where you saw that from initially. 19 looks nothing like... Exactly! Exactly! And I've got to say this, how brain dead are you if you're thinking it's the same game? I mean, really? You look at the games graphically, every single new version that comes out, and granted, every year there's people that say the same thing, oh, it looks exactly the same as the old one. Then it comes out and it's clearly completely different. I can't believe it. Yeah, let's try pushing this back into a better pile. There's only... there's one YouTuber in Ireland who needed silage. Very few followers. It's not Rainbow Dave. There's lots of Irish YouTubers. But there again, when I said what I said about silage, there's a lot of people in the community that love doing silage. I don't. Yeah, it's going to be nice to see people's reaction when they actually see the gameplay trailer. And I can't wait to see the people out there that very publicly said, oh yeah, it looks exactly the same. Probably with their jaws and their tails between their legs when they realise, no, it's completely different and probably better than Farm Sim has ever been. I don't get it. After 2 weeks till we see gameplay, yep. Massive lots of swearing, exactly. Whereas Composter on this map? It's not on this map until you place it using placeables and the mod. John Deere being in the game took me by surprise, granted. I'm not really, other than that, doesn't bother me particularly. Yeah, I'm a John Deere fan, but as far as that goes. Staring up at the sky. I look forward to seeing that. I do look forward to seeing it. Alright, so we just don't bore people doing this, because I know people will get bored very quick. We will head over and do something else. Like bring this to the yard. And then the rest of the game will hit them. I look forward to seeing the texture changes on stuff and all of that. And maybe the people that I've seen complain about it or say it's the same as 17, maybe they just don't want to put the time and effort into the new mods when they come out. That could always be the option. Hey Tim. Bradley, when 19 is out, yes, but until then, no. The John Deere license will not come in effect until the release date of Farming Simulator 19, and that will just be for the game Farming Simulator 19. That will not be for the predecessors, so it will not be for FS 17, that will not be for 15, 13, yada yada yada. It will literally just be for 19. Yeah, the way I look at it, Virtual, it's probably something similar to what we see in American Truck Sim and Euro Truck Sim mods. The quality of the textures on those, in the interior. It'll be interesting, DJ, as far as cattle and crops go. And I am a supporter of cattle and crops. I think, great, the game minimized itself, and I've probably just binned it into a wall. I didn't, well. I'm a supporter of cattle and crops. but at the same time, it's a different breed of game. They're building a straight-up simulator. Farming sim, although it has the word simulator into it, it's really not a simulator. It's very arcadey, it's for consoles, it's for people that really don't know a whole lot about farming as a stock-based game. Then you put in the mods that can make it a bit more complicated, and in some cases a hell of a lot more enjoyable. There. I was on about just 19. Yeah, then 19. Then in theory, yeah, you should be able to get John Deere mods on console. That being said, will there be as many John Deere mods on consoles and all of that good stuff? Probably not. Because the stuff that Giants may or may not bring to the base game is probably going to be better than most of the mods that are out there currently. It's going to be optimized, it's going to be modeled correctly, it's going to be the correct colors. Let's face it, John Deere colors as a whole. You get a handful of John Deere mods, so 5 mods, and pretty much all of them are going to be different coloured green. For the most part, unless they're all by the same model. Nobody can seem to get the John Deere colours right. It's kind of funny. Exactly, Massey. Yeah, you are 100% right, and I say the same thing. Cattle and crops are exactly in the same position Giants were in 2008. When they first released Farming Simulator 2008. And you guys saw I just, a few weeks ago, played Farming Simulator 2009. How bad does that look in the great scheme of things to what the game is now? Crazy difference. Class won't be in FS19 as a DLC. I hope they'll come to the next game. Alvis Farm Sim, Giants have said at E3 that they will not be in the game from the start. But the way I understand from talking to the 2 people that were at E3, the way they worded it, it could basically mean they could come along as a DLC later down the line. I wouldn't rule them out yet. Let's put it that way. Never say never. But straight pipe, nice Bradley, nice. I'd love to see older Massies. Yeah, I'd love to see older vehicles brought to the game as well, no matter what they are. Every year the graphics get better. Exactly, they really are. And that's the thing, it's always bugged me. Ever since FS11, when I started to play this on YouTube and get a community and be part of the community, I saw the same thing every single game release. People saying, oh, it looks exactly the same, and then FS19 or FS17, 15, yada 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 comes out. They're the people with their tail between their legs playing it because it is actually a completely different game and looks better, handles better. They're always improving. They've never had a bad game where you've just gone and played the last one because the one they've just come out with is so bad. One thing I am very much disappointed about FS19, I was hoping we would see 3D tracks on vehicles, and we still aren't seeing that. And the picture that has been floating around today of the Fendt, basically the Fendt Challenger, that is 2D tracks, and they just don't look good. I don't know why they wouldn't bring 3D tracks to the game. That is really disappointing. From what I heard about class, it'll be some time and a lot of work for to see them in FS17. I can see it happening. I really can. I wouldn't say it'll be for FS19. It may be though. We just can't say. Nobody knows. When FS17 gameplay came out, I commented on it directed at people who say the game 200 likes. No, really. Yeah, it's kind of comical. It's like I say, mark my words, it'll be the same. It'll be the same for 19. Always is. There's a new version of Giants Editor for FS19. Alright! Captain Simulation, thank you for the host, appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, so you can approve your mods. That's sweet. I believe they've added in a way to test mods for consoles now on Giants Editor, right? Or primitively test. Yeah, I believe so, GJ. So on the tractor came in FS17. Yeah, yeah, and the dirt, what used to be a mod for the longest time. It took a long time for Giants to bring that to the game. People forget simple stuff like that, honestly. That's why John said 8 will not release before 19 does. Because it's going to work. Yeah. It's good that FS19 has a gearbox. FS19 does not have a gearbox. A lot of people have been taking that and running with it, but it's something that's in testing, and from the last I heard by Listertan, it wasn't looking too hot. So that's something that may actually get taken out of the game. You got to think, it's not going to be gearbox like you think it is, like the gearbox mod. If you've got an Xbox controller to hand, a PlayStation controller to hand, look at it. Look how many buttons it has. It doesn't have enough to run all of that type of stuff. That's why we won't see GPS. It's why we won't see so much stuff like that, because there's not enough buttons on the Xbox and PlayStation controllers to make that work. And then people say, oh, you can just get the keyboard and plug them in. That means you'd have to buy something to make the game work properly. Giants aren't going to do that. It'd be suicide for them. Alright, what's around? What can we do? Rebadeve, hello. How's it going, buddy? Oh crap, we still not emptied this? Really? Alright! Fun boy, thank you for the host, appreciate it, buddy. Right, this straw I think we're just going to plough in. We got enough down at the compost area now. I know exactly what you mean, DJ. To be fair, Farm Sim Giants, they've nailed it for the most part. I mean, pure farming's a good game. It actually is. As much as I've ridiculed it, it's fun. Depending on what type of stuff you do. If you're doing the orchard side of things, it's different, it's neat, it's cool. But you do the normal arable stuff or the animal stuff, ain't gonna compete with Farm Sim. Going good, Juzu, doing good. Going right. That stream, only my sister decided to wake up at 4:30. Great time to go to bed. Jeez. How much longer, Dave, is she on nights? Yeah, I've seen what Oxy here has told us. I'm guessing it is what I messaged him about yesterday, and you asked if I heard back. Maverick, why are you writing in binary? Well, the names on Twitch are wrong. Actually, I didn't change the title on Twitch again. Way. Last night. Oh, see, that's it. You can't stream. Literally can't stream for the week. Hey, Jay, what's going on? It was watching. Nice. Alright, because our money is low, let's see if we've got any grain in here. Will we get a Shamrock livestream? Yes, when Oxygen David gives us permission. I'm not going to go behind a good friend of mine's back when he's got a map and stream it when he doesn't want it to be streamed yet. There's reasons why Bullet Bill and Oxy tell us when we can't stream stuff, And that is mainly so you guys aren't pestering everybody concerned when it's coming out. Because we'll have a clear time when it's been uploaded, and we'll take it from there. Which I do know some information about, but I'm going to keep it hush. I agree, Andy, it would be nice, but again, like I was saying, Xbox controllers, PlayStation controllers, there are no keys left on them. You cannot do it. Every key binding has been used. I believe they found one last key binding for the controllers and it got used for FS19. Okay, we have Oats on board. Where are we going to take them? Price for oats suck. Hilltop, Willowbrook. Oh, just around the corner, beautiful. I need to make bigger controls for Gearbox. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, it's Simulate. I'm so starstruck. How's it going, buddy? Hey, Michael. Just make that turn. Kaidio biscuits. No kidding. Alright, just to make this disappear. You're not going to disappear, right? Really? How goes it? Farming forever. What's going on, buddy? Oh, that's not a bad money out of that lot. He's a biscuit thief investigator who never seems to find the thief. I wonder why. Simulate fanboy. There it is. He is. You should have seen him when me and Sim actually met up. He was fanboying so hard, sat outside my house. Paparazzi taking photos of me when I was walking out the door. Scary. And it was scary. Any news on Bill? Any news about Bill? What? Been TB tested, 300 cows day, dang. I heard he cried. Oh yeah. He cried massively. And hopefully we've got Miller down here too, dang. More oats. Renegavian went. Before drinking them in coffee. Yes. Minnesota Millennial Farmer. That guy's channel is awesome. I like his humour. I know there's a lot of sort of the humour in there that people just will not get. I've got some mod, the brakes. Yes, I found the baler and the man. You're too lazy to find what it is. How do you mean brakes? And use the log to your advantage. You'll probably be able to find it. What it is fairly quick. Hey, Jeff. Who's Minnesota Millennial Farmer. The guy's YouTube channel runs a farm in Minnesota. And it's a fairly large farm. Got quite a few of the bigger pieces of equipment. Pretty cool. Goes into decent detail on how stuff works and the way it all works and how you get it set up. Genuinely a really good channel. I like the farm channels that actually show that type of stuff and, well, here's the pun, actually show how farms work. Leg spike, I agree. Boom, leg spike. Has Shamrock Valley gone to testing yet? Giants testing yet? No. Giants testing turnaround is quite a while right now. So even though when it goes to Giants testing, it's going to be quite a while before you guys see it. Unfortunately, I can almost imagine what's going to happen. I think pretty much everyone can at this point. That stopped me dead. I was reading chat. I have no idea how many subs he's got. I know he's got quite a few. Yeah, it's going good, James. What about yourself? Now we'll go pick up some of the millet. Throw that in the back of the truck. Brother made a mod only using MS Paint. MS Paint's good for textures, so that is impossible to make a mod just using MS Paint. And start filling this up. Beautiful colour on the millet, I love it. Alright, what else can we go do? This down here. I guess we could load up and get this seating. Same as every anticipated map, yep. I was referring to the Giants testing though. I imagine I know what's going to happen. Hey Kieran, what's up? I've actually got a bit of harvesting to do too. As long as you don't release it, DJ, you can do anything to mods to your heart's content. As soon as you release it, people can get funny. I've got several pieces of equipment that I've reskinned. I have a PC, but how do I use a controller? If you've got an Xbox One controller, you plug what is typically used as a Samsung charger or an Android phone charger into the top of the controller and plug the other end into the computer. And just like that, you have a Xbox controller or Xbox One controller working on PC. It's literally that simple. What's your favourite car? Land Rover Defender. The tractor washed itself. In 1 second, realism, yo. You know me. Actually, let's just use this. Yeah, take it back to the farm. Yeah, no, Rob, I've seen. Most of the mods that have been in that testing, physical in the testing list that we can see, have been in there for the last 2 weeks now. Like the Massey Ferguson loader. That has been in there literally for 2 weeks now. Oh, there's Farmboy? Sweet. Will it work with PC controller, PS3 controller? No, you have to download separate programs for PlayStation controllers to work on PC. Because it is obviously not owned by Microsoft, where Xbox is owned by Microsoft, so they work natively. Highly recommend, if you're going to do that, It's not worth the time and the effort. Just get yourself an Xbox controller. Think I'm making a good time, but... Oh, that's good. Hey, Spencer, what's up? It's funny, you guys tend to chat. Not that I'm complaining, it's funny. Every time I'm making corners or something, I'm trying to turn on corners there. What's your favourite tractor there, John Deere 7530? I can know if you appreciate it. No wisdom. Yeah, if you pick yourself up like an Xbox One controller, I've always got the genuine ones. They are a tad expensive, but look on Amazon or somewhere like that for a PC Xbox One controller. It will come with the cable and everything, and it's literally just plug and play. It's awesome. And you can use it on a lot of games, not just Farm Sim. Really? There we go. I'll put in user content, Spencer. Feel free. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping they put the 7530 in game. I wouldn't be too surprised if they don't, but you never know. You never know. I think Giants have a better understanding of what type of machinery people want in game, like the older stuff. At the same time, it's really the bottom line is down to the companies. But that being said, John Deere is a company that is very clear. They are very, very proud of their heritage, and they do show it off a hell of a lot. So, that being said, what's the best way to show it off? Put it in a game that people can play with the pieces of equipment. They're always showing off where they started, and that's the Waterloo Boy. A really old tractor. Very old. And they seem to be showing that off a lot right now because it is 100 years of John Deere. So, maybe we'll see something stupidly old in game. That'd be kind of cool. As long as we've got some use for it. Jeez, get out of there. Best John Deere ever made, 7810. Yeah, the 7810 was a rock solid tractor for sure. There's a lot of people that have them up there. I quite like them too, actually, I'm not going to lie. Haven't used one of those for a long time. Does a PlayStation work? Yeah, PlayStation controller can work with PCs, but you need to download a separate piece of software. What it is, the name escapes me, because obviously I've just always gone out and bought an Xbox controller as they work natively. But you can do it, it's just a pain in the ass from people that I've heard that have those controllers. It's a royal pain in the ass. Oh, that's cool. I don't know why, but my nose is so stuffy today. Do I have a favourite potato harvester? No. That's one thing I hope they add more of in games. Different potato harvesters. And there's so many out there. But they're grimy. It's just, it's annoying using that thing. I really don't like doing potato harvesting because it takes so long. Realistic, I know, but... too slow pace for my liking. I kind of hope the cotton harvest is not going to be too slow paced too. I think that'll be a lot of fun. That's what I'm really looking forward to doing in game. Cotton harvesting. Combine's out of the field, so let's get this in. Gold Rush, no. I jumped on that game when the new update came out, and in the changelog they say optimized. Yeah, that's a load of crap. When you've got software open that can check out how much GPU your game or your PC's using, when you've got quite a powerful graphics card and it's still using 99%, That game has issues. Everything from Playway has that issue. Car Mechanic, Gold Rush, you name it. If it's a Playway game and it's using that similar engine that Car Mechanic does, Gold Rush does, guaranteed 99% GPU usage. And it's not good. Simulate, for example, on Car Mechanic, he's got a 1080, uses 100% of his GPU. And they know about it. He messaged them saying about the issue. They just won't fix it. I don't know why. I really don't. It winds the crap out of me because your graphics card is working 10 times harder than it ever needs to be. And on my laptop, it's running 99%, and granted, laptops don't have the best air cooling. And you're watching that graphics card get hotter and hotter and hotter. I don't know why they can't. The only machine I own that I can find a mod for is Turmo. Yeah, I have seen Oxy's map vote, and I messaged my opinion as far as that goes. And my opinion was all the old maps should die, and he should just move forward with new maps and go from there. I don't see the point, personally, I don't see the point of bringing old maps forward and forward and forward. Let them die, make new stuff. But that was my own opinion as far as that goes. Oxy knows me, and I'll tell him straight how I feel about stuff. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let's do whatever that is. I think that's spelt. Yeah, let's do some spell. Why not? So we're actually doing a bit of farming for a bit, and then we'll move over back to the compost master probably. Yeah, Spencer, that's what the community tab's for. The community tab in Discord is not to promote your own communities on Discord. Someone did that yesterday, but you can link your YouTube channels. That's what the videos. What is that for? Pictures. Actually, did you put it in pictures? Put it in pictures. My bad. I think we've got a pictures channel. If not, user content. But it's for your videos and stuff like that. Be like Oakfield Farm. Yeah, Oakfield Farm is one of his new maps. When I say old maps, I mean old maps like Thornton Farm, Sandy Bay, Chillington, stuff like that. Stuff that's been around since FS15. I'm talking about any of his new stuff from FS17. So, Oakfield. Then you have Shamrock. Bring them forward, let the older stuff die. As I said, that's my own opinion on it. Check, Spencer, if I've got a pictures channel, dump the pictures in there. I don't think I do though. I really can't remember. Chillington 19, Lord no. What's my favourite cultivator? The Limpkin. It's not in game. It's mod. 6 meter, fully mounted. Thing is beautiful. NI Modern disbanded, dude. They're no longer around, DJ. And Spring Hill was terrible. I hated Spring Hill. Who are you on about that, Jeffrey? I mean, Thornton and Sandy Bay, fantastic maps, but every map and every mod should come to a time where it just needs to die. Like, I honestly believe... Can I make a mod for you? Yeah, right. I honestly believe, like, with the new stuff coming to FS19, it's a worrying time for modders. And I was talking to someone last night about it, and yeah, they share the same opinion that we can see a lot of people quitting modding in FS19, a hell of a lot of people. And I can. I really can. I think modding in FS19 may change dramatically. I think we will lose a lot of people because it is going to be tougher. It's going to be harder, especially for the mappers. I don't think there's going to be as many. And as the vehicle creators, I don't know about that. It depends what's going to be changing a lot within the vehicles, but there's a lot of people that can see a lot of people walking away from modding. Andy, could you make an old classic truck? People know it's called a TW25. Oh yeah, sure, I'll get right on that. I know some mod from 09, I got converted to 15. There's lots, and you still see the odd stuff converted from 09 brought forward, and they look crap in this game. And that's going to be the thing, like, with the way from what we know 19's changing so much, what are mods from FS15, FS17 going to look like in 19? Are they going to look that bad? Because so much of the game's changed, and it's really forcing people to completely redo the model? Or is it going to be just all the texture work and all that stuff is going to have to change on stuff? And I can honestly see that being the case. I still hope Giants work on dynamic ground. I think they are probably deep down in their skunk works, but is it something we're likely to see anytime soon? Probably not. They're not good for game if we lose modders. It won't be CD, and you know it as well as everyone else. And the game relies on modders, but at the same time, the game needs to progress. The game needs to move forward. They can't keep it back in the early 2000s of technology. They need to keep advancing, and while we do that, people need to advance. And there's a lot to be said about today's generation and wanting to learn stuff, isn't there? Gonna make a video on how to install West Coast textures. Bullet Bill wrote a very, very easy and very intuitive installation readme on how you install them. Very, very easy to understand and read. I believe the stream pooped itself. Are we back? Let me know when we're back. Refresh. Never mind. Back. It's back. 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 We're back. Thank you. That was weird. I was still pushing out data, so that could have been a YouTube issue. If anyone's on Twitch, did it die over on Twitch as well? The blinked offline for a second. I think the YouTube servers. Yeah, it was still pushing out data, so it wasn't even restream. Unfortunately, we probably just lost a crap ton of people. That accumulator looks sick, dude. Are you making a barrel grab for that, out of curiosity? Or are you planning on sort of people using the Stridon stuff? You must be using my terrible internet. Like I said, that wasn't my internet. I've dropped 0 frames and I was still pushing up data. I've lost 5. Was it that low, really? Seems today's a weird day for streaming. How's it going? British 17 is going good. Been streaming for a while longer, yet. Don't forget to refuel. Yeah, I'll run it dry. Nothing like bleeding a diesel in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm doing a grab 2, but the Stradon should work. Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, I look forward to that. I like using those small balers, but not having a decent grab for them or anything like that's just a faff to have to deal with. So I do look forward to that. How are you planning for it to unload? Automatically, or are you going to have to manually do that? Because that's something else that, like some of the accumulators out there where they don't do it automatically, you tend to forget about it and it just ends in a mess. I don't know if that's something that could get done. Best game for mod was 2013. It was. It actually was. Without a shadow of a doubt. In this version of the game, we've had some amazing mods. We've had some game-changing mods. Seasons. That changed Farming Simulator, and probably Farming Simulator games, massively. Because it got it was shown that people liked him. It got done. And it's something that I think could be just coincidence, but have you noticed how many games now will all of a sudden go, oh yeah, we'll put seasons in it? Ever since Farm Sim had it in there. It sounds stupid, but you gotta wonder. The big one that I can think of that's huge AAA, Forza Horizon 4, now has seasons in it. Yeah, I gotta wonder, eh? I'm thinking a script to make it automatic. Manual seems painful. It would be nice, because you're gonna forget about it. Maybe if you could flip between the two for people that want to. Just all it would need is an automatic unload, so it gets, say for example, however many it can hold. I'm going to throw out a number, say 8, and then it will start screeching at you when it's almost full, and you hit a button and kick them out. Alvis, if you've got console enabled, so you can pull up this, then it's F3. That will disable the 60 FPS lock. So the Fen and MF Ideal being FS19, we're seeing pictures of them, so yes. No problems. No problemo. Model Farmer, what is the thinking for? I was going to get on our sweep. I would love to see small bales in FS19. I just don't know if we're going to see it. Can you start a map without seasons and then activate it, setting up the map? Yes, but. There's a huge but. Every field will get nuked. So if you've planted grain in it, you've got all of that stuff in it, it will also be nuked. I don't know what it does to bales. People in the chat will be able to let you know on that one. As long as you've got bales under shelter, I think you should be okay. But be prepared, your fields will get nuked. So you could basically fill your silos with grain, possibly silage, I don't know, and you should be okay, maybe. But again, ask people in here, they may know. But no game has our combine. Lexion 450. Yeah, exactly, DJ. Hey, Glenn, what's up, buddy? TJC, hello. Oh, Sim, Wreckfest. From what I've been hearing, servers on there don't need port forwarding anymore. It was such pain loading bales by hand. So I'd love a small bale autoloader. Yeah, I would be sick. They're out there, the small bale autoloaders. The Fleagle pack up on FSUK, the truck pack. That can do small bales and autoloader trailers. That's why I used to do it. If Giants added 4x4 baler to 19, I'm taking the week off to celebrate. Yeah, that would be amazing. I'd love to see the small bales, the Heston size bales, big pack bales, Crone. I'd love to see Crone back in the damn game. And a good, back from a nice evening stroll. Very nice. Okay, here's the thing about the farm sim workers. They are meant to work without hedges being in the game. So this stuff like this, Giants don't make their game to work with this type of stuff. That's why I'm a big advocate of course play and stuff like that, because it will work around the hedges. From what I've been told by Virtual and Sim, and when you watch Simulate or Virtual's videos of the interviews they did, the hired workers, they have got a hell of a lot better, and from what they've said looking at the fields from FS19, they are not square. Some are probably going to be square. They can correct me, I think Sim's in here still. But they are rounded. So if they're rounded, what does that tell you instantly? Probably means the hired worker can actually cope with edges and stuff like that. The big issue with the hired worker, it doesn't seem to notice collisions far enough. So that could be a thing they fix. And we are out of seed. Hey, Challenger lad, what's going on? Avenue Holland, Pheasant Baler, of course it broke. The first baler come out, jeez. Be awesome if they had hedge cutting. Again, that would be down to mods, because Giants don't make British and Irish maps. And Simulate told us in TeamSpeak why that is, and it's a very good reason. And the reason is because they build the game for all of the machinery that is in the game, not just, okay, so this is, say, the UK, they're typically going to be using this style of equipment, this map will be only for this size of equipment, medium to large tractors. No, they basically make it for the smallest tractor all the way up to the largest one, which is the Big Bud 747. So every map basically will work with those pieces of equipment. That's why you will never see a British or Irish style map. They're always going to be bigger style maps. I'm new. Wow, welcome. But I'm going to subscribe. Awesome. Now granted, Giants could implement something like these hedges, where you can just whip through them like that, and that'd be neat. Yes, Elvis. Again, if Sim's around, he can be able to make sure steer me right on that one. Well, I'm pretty sure that's what he has said. Let's just say we need a new nodder. How on earth did you mess up the nodder that bad? That's a huge piece of cast equipment right there. BOB, already. I can never find the damn sea trigger here. That's the guy we boarded off. You border broke. There we go. I think people will play a little bit longer on new FS maps. Doesn't have square fields, Oliver. Oh! I don't know, Elvis. I mean, the Giants maps, they've never been for everyone, let's face it. The last one they did, I forget the name of it now. The American one, I didn't think that was too bad of a map. I didn't go crazy for it, but I enjoyed my time on it. Now again, with the way the game is changing so dramatically, we may be stuck with the default maps for quite some time. We don't know. And you've got to remember that when the game changes, modders really have to relearn some of the stuff of the game, especially mappers more than anything. Dispatch, could you repeat the question? The fields in FS19, from what you have seen, they are not all square, correct? Goldcrest Valley, that's the one. It'd be good if workers could draw in silage, take the corn away from combat. Yeah, it would be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. No, Portland Bill got axed. That was become too much of a nightmare for him to complete, so that got nuked. That will never see the light of day, unfortunately. Negative on square fields. Also, what? Although I have seen the Europe map, so I don't know about that one. Oh, okay. I thought they were some of them are rounded. It's supposed to say over. Oh, I know, Jeff. I think modern side will be more on the texture inside, maybe the lighting, but for vehicles and implements, sure. Oh, 100%. From what I understand, the cube maps and all of that stuff, that is not on vehicles anymore, that is down to the maps, so that will sort of change that up pretty massively as far as reflections and all that go. It's going to be all the different textures you guys can put on stuff now, which will change it up, so if stuff is a metal or a plastic or... for heck, if it's leather, you can now mimic that a lot better. And of course rubber, presumably, too. Hey, Tom. Vehicles and implements will take a while to release, though. Yeah, for sure. Also, mapping isn't very different, to be fair. A couple of new things added. The rest is the same. Oh, okay. Interesting, interesting. Big thing for the mapping, I think, will be the placeable areas, sort of. Do they have to make a yard placeable, or can it be optioned in and out? It's something that Giants are really going to need to look at when modders make stuff. Because let's face it, how many modders truly would want to not make their own yard? I just don't see many modders doing that. And well, should I say, I can see modders wanting to do that and not leaving it up to the player to do it. So it's going to be interesting to see how Giants look at that. Yeah, it would be. It would be seedy. And that's the thing, it's 4K textures, and how is that actually going to affect a game? It is literally a image. It's not a 3D rendering, it's not model, it's a still image. So I still don't understand why that's not allowed in the game. I have no idea. That's cool, DJ. Please don't bring it up, though. There's nothing more that peeves me off is when people say, oh, so-and-so's live. I don't care, I'm streaming until whenever. Thank you, Gwenddwr. If only been busy. No worries, dude. Yeah, I blame for Dave for people saying that. And other people alive. I think we're about ready to do headland passes, honestly. Rip what? Oh yeah, I don't know the 10 codes there, some. Should do, but I don't. Yeah, I'll be going... Well, I want to finish this field and carry on with the composter. I'll probably wrap the stream up at 8:30. Oh, I was room froze for a second. Yeah, that was on your end. Not over here. Yeah, I messed up on the headlands again. I can never do headlands properly. Refuel. This is actually using a lot of damn fuel to seed. It's kind of funny. I highly doubt we'll chew through 95 litres to just do the headlands. We should be good though. Let it run out of fuel. Nothing really happens when you run out of fuel in game. Essentially you just can't do anything and then you take the fuel bowser up and refill it. Try doing headlands first. I do, then the amount of people that complain about that. Like I've said, I don't play realistic to the book. Doing the headlands first, I rather do them last. Although that being said, the video that you guys will see tomorrow, I'm in the Big Bud 747 on Lone Oak, and I did the headlands first so I didn't goof them up. Stun the man! Hello! Doing good, what about yourself? Oh, that's cool, Jack. $59 for 1 leader to burn. Yeah, it depends what I'm doing there, whether I'm going up or down here, I guess. Also known as... That's the way my uncle does it, so it's wrong. Oh god, yeah. My uncle's brother's sister's brother's daughter-in-law did it this way. So it's got to be right. Spread the epic vibes. Nice. Yeah, it's kind of comical when people go on that bandwagon. And that's the thing, like, it's farming. There is no rule book of how you do stuff. And granted, there's a standard way you're doing it, and a non-standard way you're doing some stuff, but typically, as long as you're getting a seed in the ground, crop at the end of it, and it's a good yield, you're doing all right. Festman, what's going on? That's another way of looking at it there, dude. I mean, as long as it's done, doesn't matter how you do it. Yeah. It's irritating. It's only really this side I goofed up on hardcore. That's cool, Jack. I'm not sure if it's fun. I wouldn't be too surprised if you see an Irish spotting later tonight. Now we're going to chew through a lot of diesel going up the hill like this. If I remember correctly, Foxtrot, they're allowed to cross from a field on the road and then back to the field, as long as it is literally crossing to another field. If memory serves correctly. But like you say, yeah, not allowed to travel on the road. And then even at 16, when you get your tractor license, I believe there's restrictions on what weights and length, I believe, you can have. Runs on cold slaw. Disgusting crap. Crusty Irish Gamer could go live at any hour. Yeah, he's comical. Like last night. Any updates on Shamrock Valley? Just join. Sorry if you said it a million times. No updates. None whatsoever. Can't drive through a 30-mile-an-hour zone when you're even 16. Pretty much every road's above 30 miles an hour, so that doesn't make sense. FS. Why didn't you join us, Landy? Because I'm in Canada and the ping would have been absolutely horrendous. That's why. Even if I liked MP, being this far away on a server over there, from when me and Dave were testing out Shamrock on multiplayer, I was getting anywhere from 90 to way over 100 ms on the ping. It would be impossible to actually play seriously. Let's face it, realistically, Foxtrot, police really wouldn't question farmers anyway, not unless you're doing something stupid. In Ireland, there's no restrictions. That would very much surprise me. I'm not saying you're wrong by any means, but that would definitely surprise me if there's zero for people that have just got their tractor's license at 16 or whatever. That's what the tractor instructor said. If you're restricted to under 30-mile-an-hour roads, how many roads can you list in a rural area that are under 30 miles an hour? Because just where I used to live, they were all national speed limit. Now, if you're on about the tractor speed limit, yes, that would be probably more correct and is what I'm thinking you're on about there. But most sort of rural roads are national speed limit. Exactly, Foxtrot. That's the way it goes. Munyan, 20 mile on the roads. I live in a small village next to the city. Really? Jeez, yeah, most of the farms are by me. All the roads that around there are national speed limit. Exactly, man. Exactly. And yeah, I know there's some areas that are 25 mile an hour or 20 mile an hour speed limits. But there's not a lot of roads like that, and not a long stretches of road like that. It's usually going through small villages or small towns when the space is restrictive and stuff like that. Where we used to go away up on holiday in Norfolk, there's some towns, small villages there that are like that. Oh wow, I was totally reading chat there. I mean, come on, Matt. Can your little Persia there even get up to speed? Well, what is up with me? Am I backing up? Stream Lowland. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we'll be wrapping up fairly shortly here. Just want to move some more compost. Fill this up, because people end up nagging me. I've only ever done 40 max in them, obviously. Some of the roads in Northern Ireland are 20 mile an hour roads. There's like I say, there's some in Norfolk that are. Where my grandparents used to live, in Wales next to sea. I believe they changed one of the main roads going through the town there to 25 or 20 miles an hour as well. So they are out there, but there is not a lot of them, is what I was saying. Why did I come here for fuel? The fuel's not even here. Better driver than Dave. If I'm not reading chat, yeah. As soon as I'm reading chat, that goes completely out of the window. Spraying on Oakfield with the brig brew. On Oakfield. You mean Langrick? This thing's probably going to need me. Wow, English. Need more fuel soon. There we go. Hello, the Zarian runs off of fertilizer. You know it. Them cheap fuel bills, yo. Yeah, that class is on the mod hub. It's by CMT, I believe his name is. Smithy or Smitty or however you pronounce his name. It's his version. It's not the version off of Mod Hoster. Although I was using that version for the longest time. I moved it back to that one, well, the one on the mod hub, purely because it's obviously a genuine one and probably optimized. That's a lot of story, yeah, it is. That was all from the field that we just seeded, field 34, and that wasn't even all of it. We still left some down there. Smitty, there we go. It won't take us long to chew through this. It really won't. Yeah, Cam Foxtrot. There was a guy that I used to go to college with. He had a Vauxhall Astra, one of the older shaped ones. It was actually a really clean estate car. And he used to run it on basically biodiesel, but it was old chip oil. And you used to smell when he had driven by. Literally for probably a good minute to 2 minutes after. Thing stank. But it ran well on it. It really did. I think you can only get away with that on the older diesels. You wouldn't want to do it on the common rail stuff. But I believe that thing still had mechanical fuel pump and everything on it. No, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't feel hungry. You'd probably feel very sick after driving behind that for a long period of time. Already, DJ, dang. A single bale? What size of bale? I'm guessing you're on about the bigger bale, surely. And why is straw so expensive right now? You know, I can understand hay being so expensive, but not straw. It's kind of funny watching the whole pile collapse. 3x3s. They're the smaller ones, correct? Hey, look. I get all messed up with dimensions of the bales. So dry, it's like gold dust. Yeah, but with it being so dry, that wouldn't really affect the straw, would it? Because you're still getting the wheat, and wheat needs to obviously grow and then dry to be able to harvest it. It would be the hay that I can understand because the grass has been completely destroyed. Get you FS. Yeah, they're the 80 centimeter, but oh, so the small ones. $5 a bale in Iowa. Wow. But yeah, that would make sense about wheat and barley not growing as tall, so the straw's less. Ah, this looked like a lot of straw, but that's actually chewing through that so quick. Yeah, that makes sense, DJ. So I'm guessing people like JWB Farm Services may not be selling their straw to the mushroom barns this year. Maybe going to actual farmers to a good use. Oh, I had a feeling this would happen. Alright, with that being full, that'll be a perfect time to call it quits. Let's back away from all the noise. And we'll wrap it up. So, I will bid you guys farewell. I hope you have enjoyed. We will be back tomorrow on God knows what map. And until next time, catch you guys later. See ya.